Yeah, and it's brilliant to see it coming together. Okay, a bit more that way. Stop, up a bit. That's it, I think. Is it, because it's resting on that bar, is that going to be a problem? Oh no, it's not, is it?
Why do you think we put it that way?
The front section, this kind of elliptoid shape, that was an interesting process because it was using a mould, so I could just kind of work really quickly and quite kind of randomly with it, building the pieces together. So you had the two halves, and then it was kind of joined together. So you had one half was offered up above the other section, and then it kind of pieces were welded between the two. So you get this really lovely kind of fat, sort of almost Smarty-like shape. So it's a really kind of satisfying form, and I was really excited about that, kind of seeing that together and seeing it in place like that. I think from the first moment when we put one of the sections of the elliptoid part of the sculpture on top of the neck piece in the workshop, that was quite an amazing moment, just to see that. And you know, the lads wanted to just kind of get on and weld it up really quickly, but I actually wanted them to just slow down so I could really enjoy the moment and just experience that. It's not quite, I think it needs to spin a little bit that way, because it's not quite central to it, do you know?
I spin it here, hold on.
So towards Don a bit. Bit more. A little bit more. That's it. No, it's good. That's good. I think that's it. I just don't know whether... Tom, can you pull it down a bit? Please. It's too much. Okay, up again. These sections of rolled steel, this is the other kind of distinct part of the piece. And these are made using the roller. And then I've kind of doubled it up and welded it together. Initially it was just going to be, the back section was made of these single sections of rolled steel, and what I decided that visually it would look better if you've got this really thick part here, that it is matched up with the tail section of the piece, so that they have this kind of same thickness. And I suppose actually also what I've seen it as is this part, rather than being part of this front section, it's very separate to it. So it's almost like a kind of, it's just a line that hops across the water leading up to this piece. So this section is almost, I see it almost as being diagrammatic. So it's like this kind of drawing in space. Well, we had it up partly yesterday, and it looked really good. It looked really good. It was great to see it all together. I think the real test is how it holds its own in this landscape. But actually, I'm kind of, I'm pleased with the way that the sculpture's changed. So originally, it was meant to have on these steel sections. It was going to be clad with all the scrap. But I kind of like the separateness of this and then the main body there. And in a sense, for me, it's kind of actually saying it's talking about the kind of transition between, I suppose, what's happening here as well. You've got the kind of the works and all the kind of peat cutting that's going on at the moment, but that'll gradually kind of dwindle. And I suppose this kind of this sort of rusty element with all these sections of peat cutting machinery in it are a kind of symbol of that, and it's kind of sort of moving forward. So that's what I've been thinking about this piece, and I think that's kind of interesting because a work can change as you make it, and the ideas behind it change as well. So.